Guys and gals, Gaming here, and today, once again, we are back with another reaction video. And today, we are here back with some Death Battle. And their new contestants are RWBY Rose and Maka Albarn. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like I always say, whether it's a rap battle or a death battle, guys and gals, I'm rooting for the one I know and love the most. Like, sometimes they be getting they shit rocked diabolically. Sometimes I was really looking at Miles thinking, damn, I know he's about to get hog-washed by Deku, but I'ma still root for him. Not because he's black, but because he's the man. My Spider-Man. Huh? Pause. But anyway, guys and gals, today I'm rooting for Maka, of course, because I watched that shit. Like, I'm a little excited if you can't tell. But anyway, guys and gals, today we're just gonna watch, we're gonna enjoy, and of course, go down in the description down below, check out Death Battle, check out their channel, and of course, love on their videos like I do. Love on their videos, please. Now let's dive in. Woo!
RWBY Rose.
Yeah, that shit high.
Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm
Gardening.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle. Ah, you gotta love it.
Remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales? Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand.
Berries?
So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of
Oh yeah, and I never watched whatever Ruby's from.
Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to RWBY Rose.
Yeah, it's a 3D art style they go with.
Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, RWBY clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. RWBY doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun.
Dang, it is?
Herself,
oh,
like
wait.
I
think she showed it off at the beginning of this video.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. RWBY's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well,
technique, damn, technique.
Of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When RWBY slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be
damn,
but RWBY can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
RWBY blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Steve, Flake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I get it. Team
RWBY.
But RWBY's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations.
If any of y'all seen the anime or RWBY, tell me how it is. Comment section down below.
Friends, dead.
Might take a
Her
look.
School totally wrecked. Her sister disarmed. All because of a lover's
How's her
spat
sister?
that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But RWBY wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a
Okay.
superpower farmed by aura. And RWBY Ruby's got super speed.
Aura farming.
Or a teleport. Or what is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA
That's
super
sweet.
speed plus. And Nora is Best Girl. Ruby's petal burst is so
she's
quick
not
she can make
intangible,
flying
but it
missiles
seems
look
like most of the
completely
things in
still.
her world
Good luck
can't
tagging her with a
physically
bullet
hit her.
or a breadstick.
Because she said she kind of takes her down to a molecular structure in a way.
They've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did
Who?
draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the God of Light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam. Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness.
But Ruby's skills
Damn,
didn't
that's
falter
OP.
after her time at Beacon.
In her universe
As she
specifically.
journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst. And Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world.
They gotta
Ruby
lock
had
in.
finally left
Get
the
their
fairy
auras
tale
up.
behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Imagine in your universe, you literally, it's literally like a self-esteem type of power system. But whatever power system it may be, imagine you hype the people up so much to the point where you don't got a job no more. Cause now there's so many of this line of work that either everyone's getting that much of a pay or not, or everyone is getting less of a pay now since there's so many of them. It's like, excuse me, it's like if everyone got an aura now, everyone got a strong aura, they can protect themselves. Like, is there really a need for the government to have people with strong auras there? Or at the very least with, you know, medium to almost high, you know? If anything, keep the strongest, shoot.
Today's battle is...
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust, evil souls of this world are on the Disney fast pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into
Kishin.
chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong!
A
it's
soul
the
eater.
DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy.
It's a
where
Kishin,
death
by the way.
rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform
Yeah.
into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework," and then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not
Yo,
just
he
an
locks
evil
in, though.
weapon, he's a scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe.
They
since
didn't get the
Maka
soul of
is
the witch, though.
Extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls.
At
She can detect
first,
spiritual
anyway.
presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for
Aw.
blast then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself.
Yeah.
Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister
They gotta
weapon
work
pair
together.
cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Sight status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul Resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a
Encounter.
unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in
Yeah,
his
now
head,
you got a
waiting for him
demon
to
in his
swing on
system.
over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black
Blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
The madness
So Maka and
god.
Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own
Blackstar
shadow.
is phenomenal, by the way.
Obvious evidence
He got
ever
the
of
perfect,
faster-than-light
not the
speeds,
perfect, but
and
one of the
Maka
best
could finally
mindsets
keep
I
up
want to
with
say in
him.
Hear that
anime.
with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't
Technically.
help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound
play a
wave.
piano.
So freaking metal.
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe. The dream's here, baby.
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has
Literally?
the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul. Until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing,
Then they
bro.
hit
In
her.
what would be Maka's final
Directly in the
exam,
soul.
Maka, Soul, and
Well,
all
actually-
of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+.
She
Maka
delved
pulled her
deep
weight
into
and
the soul of the
perfected her
Kishin.
teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash, Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 4242564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
I can't lie, that's a hard ass line to hit with, or to end with. But guys and gals, after Fire Force does end, what I'm hoping for is another season of Soul Hunter. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably not gonna happen, but it's gonna be so cool if it does. Cause not gonna lie, I mean, it depends if y'all agree with me or not, that after showing us, you know, the first season of Soul Hunter, and then transitioning to Fire Force, where it shows, you know, just, you think it's a new place at first, when in actuality, it's the place before. It's an old place before this certain person, aka my boy Shinra, had made the place you know as, you know, the Soul Society and the Soul Hunters and everything, the Soul Hunter universe as a whole. I'm not gonna lie, just that is incredibly crazy. So I hope we do get another season of Soul Hunter that goes maybe deeper into that, and the Evangelist kind of comes back, cause you know, possibly shit. Absolute cinema.
The combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a scythe battle!
About so, shoot, he right. He ain't wrong.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Yo.
Come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out.
Okay, so they're taking the 3D aspect.
What are you looking for?
That looked like it a little bit.
Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the
Why were her eyes hollow?
Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe. Oh, that's so cool. Your soul is ours.
She didn't deny it. She didn't deny it though.
I like my soul, thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's good.
She moves that fast to make a tornado?
Let's go, Soul Regiment!
Woo! Okay. She really got that trajectory, golly. She good with her angles. Throw them hands, Maka. Throw them hands. A gun.
Get back here.
Oh my goodness.
Soul, hurry.
Bro, the art style always gets me. Lock in. The blood.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Oh, we're locking in. Oh, we're locking in.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress.
Soul Adagio!
It's over.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka!
Lock in, Maka. Hold on. Perfect.
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Shit, I was hoping it was gonna be Red Soul. But shoot, I
Rest in
guess
peace,
it was like that.
But
Guess it was like that.
It's not often you get to see scythe on scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who
Exactly.
destroyed mountains.
Now,
Especially
Ruby
if the
did
Black
defeat
Blood
Vine,
form is in
whose
here.
aura contained a bomb that could have
Or in the
wiped out a
equation.
city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So
Damn.
Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot.
Yeah.
But as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie.
Okay,
And their speed
okay.
would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's Scythery.
That's not
Okay.
a word.
Maka's
Okay.
Scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement
Scythe
for her.
skills.
As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's Scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking
Souls.
on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-grim eye beams? Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black
Oh,
Blood.
that's why it
Since
was hurting
anti-negative
them.
wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, cause when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans?
Yes, his name is Evans.
Time on Death Battle.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually recently learned his name was Evans, like I say a couple months back, and that he just doesn't want to go by it. He said he'll still be by that name, but he will not say it. But guys and gals, I really do hope Soul Eater does get another series, because even though I do occasionally go back to watch the original anime, it's just gonna be so nice to just already see it like redone, maybe, the artwork improved a little bit, stuff like that. And it's already still such a popular anime. It's still popular till this day, because so many people, now that they know the connection between Fire Force and Soul Eater, is like, oh my gosh, yes, like so many people know it, they like it, some people have some expectations, like I do, where another season, some don't. And just, look at the look at the, the things that could be possible. Like, Are we gonna see Shinra as he's like transforming the world and stuff like that? Are we gonna see him in like the different form? Or is he just gonna be something omnipotent and just watching over the place now? But oh my gosh, I can't lie. I do hope if we do get another season of Soul Eater that Shinra does appear, or at the very least, towards the end of Fire Force, we see Shinra and we get to see like what he does after, you know, doing everything and making the world. Because I know so many people have been going over the differences, but also the similarities between some things that are in like Soul Eater and Fire Force. Like how Arthur's sword has turned, how Arthur's sword was I forgot the legendary sword by King Arthur or whatever, and then the legendary sword had turned into the literal an actual living being called the legendary sword that calls himself the legendary sword, and he's that white top hat creature now. And then a bunch of other similarities that Shinra had kept in the world, because they were such strong ideals, or at the very least, you know, something that was protecting the world like that, to basically continue on protecting the world. But either way, guys and gals, I do hope you all like, subscribe, and enjoy this wonderful video. And if you did like, subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell right by subscribing and get my notifications for I upload next. And of course, don't forget to go in the description down below so you can check out Death Battle. Click the link, check out Death Battle's channel. Of course, you gotta hit them with that like, maybe even subscribe if you haven't already. Or subscribe to me first, one of the two, one of the three, one of the four. Because everybody knows that you gotta support the original creator. And Death Battle, they make some amazing stuff. I'm not gonna lie, the 3D art style was nice, but then again, it's not my cup of tea, but god damn did they make it look good. And that's also why I didn't get into RWBY. The 3D art style kind of threw me off. I heard great things about the story, but I don't know. I might hop into it now. I'm not sure. I might hop into it if I have the time. Or, you know, choose to have the time. But anyway, guys and gals, like I was saying, I'm Gaming T, aka GT, and I'll see you guys and gals later.